here's our host, Jim Caldwell.
Hello, everybody. What can I say? Oh, that's terrific. Thank you very much, and welcome to another edition of Tic-Tac-Toe. Now, our last show, we have a champion. She's won lots of money, and we didn't even get started. In fact, we're in the middle of a game. Charlie, who are the players?
Well, Jim, our current champion is a lab assistant whose interest includes scuba diving and horseback riding. Her winnings total in cash and prizes $7,150. Meet Jenny Bell. And her opponent, she's a legislative aide whose interests include travel and languages. Meet Michelle Maravich.
Hi, Michelle. How are you? I think your opponent over there wants to shake hands. How do you feel? You just got started on our last show.
I feel great.
Well, we're going to see how well you do this next time around. Of course, I know you've met the champion over here. Let me ask you something, Jenny. You're involved in, let me think now, scuba diving, horseback riding. I was thinking, have you ever thought about blending the two and taking up water polo?
It's hard to find flippers for the horse.
Now, wait a second. You're right. How'd you know that? And with that, folks, we're going to take a look at your previous winnings. Up to date, you are $7,150. Let's get going. Come on. All right, of course, at the last time, we were in the middle of a game, and here's the 9 categories you were playing with. They were numero uno, seesaw, famous lovers, classical music, pop music, trivia dare, maps of states, take 2, and children's literature. The red boxes, remember, are those special categories, and I'll explain them when we come to them. Let's take a look at how the board looked when we had to break away. 2 O's and 2 X's on the board, and the pot was worth $900. Time to shuffle, and Jenny, get us started.
I'll take pop music for the block, please.
All right, immediately we're involved with a block situation. Jenny, the parents of these sisters from Oakland, California were both ministers in the Church of God, so they did not hear much pop music when they were kids. In the 70s and 80s, however, hits like Slow Hand and Neutron Dance made them regulars on the pop music charts. Charts for the block. Name these singing sisters.
The Pointer Sisters?
You have the block, Jenny. Very well done. They are a terrific act. If you've ever seen them live, they have so much energy. You have the block. We're up to $1,100 in the pot. Time to shuffle. Michelle, what do you think?
I think I'll take children's literature, please.
Michelle, this author's silly drawings and clever rhymes in books like Horton Hears a Who and Green Eggs and Ham have made him a favorite of children and their parents. Name him.
Dr. Seuss.
Right you are. Try to say Horton Hears a Who 3 times in a row. That's tough to say. Anyway, you get an O on the board. Children's literature, $1,300 in the pot. Let's shuffle those last 3 categories. Jenny?
Well, it looks like trivia dare for the block, please.
Special category. Either one of you can get the box. You want a block. Michelle. If you get this box, you'll become our new champion. Now, I'll read you this question, Jenny. Then you decide whether you'll answer it first or dare Michelle to answer first. Now, when he was in his 50s, this American president still indulged in the habit of skinny dipping in the Potomac River. Was he John Adams, Andrew Jackson, or George Washington? Jenny, what are you going to do? Answer or dare?
I'll dare Michelle.
All right, Michelle. If you can tell me, give me the answer, I should say, you'll win the game. For a grand total of $1,500, was he John Adams, Andrew Jackson, or George Washington?
George Washington?
No. Jenny, for the block, was it John Adams or Andrew Jackson?
Adams?
Right! You have the block. John Adams is right, Jenny, and you have a successful block from that special category. We're up to now, what, $1,500. Time to shuffle those last 2 remaining categories. Michelle.
I'll take children's literature for the block.
Michelle, answer this question. We'll not only have a block for you, but also a tie game. Now, in one popular Uncle Remus tale, this animal constructs a tar baby in order to capture Brer Rabbit, whom he intends to have for dinner. For a tie game, name the animal who built the tar baby.
A weasel?
No, Burr Fox. Ooh, critical juncture. $1,500 in the pot. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. beautiful young man had only one love, himself. He fell in love with his own reflection in a pool and gradually faded away. For tic-tac-toe and a grand total of $8,850, Jenny, name him. Ooh, narcissist. Narcissist. Can't, ooh. Michelle, dodged a bullet. $1,500 in the pot. Let's shuffle those two categories again. Michelle.
I'll take maps of states for the block, please.
Okay, Michelle, if you can answer this question, we'll have a tie game, and I must ask you to take a look at this map. Now, more than 80% of the land in this state is used for grazing livestock. For a tie game, Michelle, name that state.
Wyoming?
We have a tie. Wyoming is the state. Congratulations to both of you. You're both playing very well. Now, you know what takes place in this situation. First, an O goes on the board. Tie game. $1,700 in the pot. We're going to clear the board. And we're going to get started with game number 2. And here are the 9 brand new categories you're both going to be facing. Redheads, auction, astronomy, games, odd names, number please, faces, it's a dilemma, and about words. Remember, those red boxes, special categories. All right, we're in game number 2. $1,700 is in the pot. Jenny, you're the champion. You get to start us off for this number 2.
I'll try about words, please.
About words? Listen carefully, Jenny. This word refers to a foolish or ignorant person or a tall, cone-shaped cap, such as a person was once forced to wear in school. The word is taken from the name of a Scottish philosopher whose teachings were attacked as foolish. Give me that word.
Dunce.
Dunce is it. That's right. Had a hard time getting it out for some reason. Of course, the man's name was John Duns Scotus. I believe that's the pronunciation, so we'll put an X on the board, bottom right-hand corner. We're up to $1,900 in the pot. Let's go ahead and shuffle those categories about. Michelle, what would you like to do?
I'll take faces in the center, please.
Michelle, take a look at this picture. It's a center box question. You'll have some extra time to think this one over. Now, these are 2 of the best-known faces in show business. You must name them both, and please, take some extra time. Looks like they're both discussing world affairs over a cup of tea. These are 2 of the best-known faces in show business. Michelle, name them both.
Boy George and Joan Rivers.
You have the center box, Michelle. Not too many people who don't recognize those faces, and you have that center box with now $2,200 in the pot. Let's shuffle them up. And Jenny, we're over to you.
I'll try about words again, please.
Okay, you like that category? Listen carefully to this one. To the old French, the name for this musical instrument meant the horn of the buffalo, because that's what it was made from. Today, the word is used to mean the horn on which a military man might play reveille. What is that word?
Bugle.
Bugle's right. That's it. So another X goes on the board. Bottom middle, $2,400 in the pot. It keeps going up. Let's shuffle. Michelle, your turn.
I'll take astronomy for the block, please.
Michelle, of the 9 known planets in the solar system, 2 planets each have only one known satellite or moon. Pluto is one. For the block, name the other.
Saturn?
No. Earth. All right, let's take a break with $2,400 in the pot. We'll be right back. Lots of money at stake. And let's see, let's shuffle everything around. And Jenny, it's your turn to pick.
Oh, boy. I guess I'll try auction for the win, please.
Now, wouldn't you know, special
Yeah.
category, either one of you can get the box in the auction category. You will win your 3rd game of tic-tac-toe if you can get this box. Michelle, you want this for a block. Now, you both will bid on how many correct answers you can give to this question in my hand. And remember, high bidder gets control. Now, I have here a list of the 7 top-selling brands of gum sold by the Wrigley Company. How many of them can you name? Jenny, you've selected the category. Start the bidding.
3.
She says 3, Michelle. Would you like to top that?
4.
Or up to 4. Jenny, what do you think?
I'll let her have it.
All right, Michelle. I have 7 top-selling brands of gum sold by the Wrigley Company on this list. You say you can name 4 of them. If you do, you'll have a block. Go.
Juicy fruit,
That's 1.
double mint,
That's another. Just 2 more, you'll have a block.
wintergreen,
No. Jenny, all I need from you is 1 of the 5 remaining answers on this list. You'll win the game and pick up a total now of $9,750.
Spearmint?
You've won! Congratulations, Genny! Another one of those critical situations, and you give yourself a horizontal tic-tac-toe, a grand total, $2,600 added, $9,750. The others on this list, Big Red, Freedent, Hubba Bubba bubblegum, and Orbit would round out the list of the top-selling brands of gum. Okay, Jenny, way to go. You're going to see what happens over here in the bonus game as you face the dragon. But before we do that, Michelle Maravich, we sure did enjoy having you on the show.
Oh, thank you.
You were a terrific player. Of course, you're not going to leave us empty-handed. I was just thinking, you tied Jenny successfully 1 game. So you'll have $250, some nice parting gifts. We wish you luck. Jenny, come on over. Let's see what you do with the dragon. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Jenny. Now, you've done this before.
Yep.
You've been over here a couple of times, if I'm not mistaken, right? And you know that behind these numbers are various amounts of money. Tick, tack, and?
The dragon.
You know them well, right? You want to get the tick and the tack, or $1,000 or more, and you'll get this terrific prize package. Charlie?
Well, Jenny, with each succeeding gift, you'll find half as many items, but double the delight. First, Jenny, you'll start out with a 16-piece set of copper cookware, selected with a $300 gift certificate from JT's General Store. Select from fashions, housewares, and much more in the JT's General Store in-home shopping catalog. Next, cut that number in half, and you have this 8-piece set of satin bedding. From Whisper Soft Mills, luxurious super satin bedding designed for comfort and elegance. For a new dimension in sleep experience, cover your bed with super satin from Whisper Soft Mills. Then half of 8 is 4, as in this 4-piece silver coffee set. Landis Silver's 4-piece coffee and tea set with matching serving tray crafted in heavy silver plate and designed in contemporary elegance, furnished by Landis Silver. And finally, Jenny, dividing in half again yields 2, which stands for this pair of prizes worth more than $1,000, this automatic washer and dryer. Exclusive Spacemates laundry pair. Full-size stackable washer and dryer installed in 27 inches. Front-loading washer uses less water, detergent, and bleach than top loaders. Electric or gas dryer available from White Westinghouse. This half as many packages worth in cash and prizes over $3,200.
You like that? I can tell. You need a washer and dryer, I hope?
Lots of dirty clothes. Horses get clothes real dirty.
That's right, they do. Lots of dust, huh?
Yep.
All right, well, of course, behind you want to get the tick and the tack, or, of course, then you'll get the dough automatically. That's what I'm trying to say. I'll get it out. Of course, avoid the dragon at all costs.
Okay.
Gonna have any help out in the audience?
Yeah.
Got lots of help. I know your family's here.
I think they said 9.
Number 9, it looks like it. Let's see what's behind. I think you've done that a couple of times.
Yep.
Just about, huh?
Yep.
Well, let's see where the tick and the tack and the rest of the money was. Tack and tick, they're up there for sure. Well, we know what's going to happen. We're going to take a break. But before that, let's see. Let's add everything together here. We took $2,600 from the last game. Add that to your previous winnings. Jenny, you're up to $9,750.
Hey.
We'll take a break and be right back as you kind of think about this, huh?
Is a human target. His interests include circus history and theater. Meet Diego Domingo.
You got to be kidding, Diego.
No, I'm not, sir.
Human target? What does that mean?
Well, I used to be a magician in a circus, and the person who was the human target couldn't do it anymore, and so I was the only one who volunteered, and that's what I did. Just stood there and watched all these sharp knives coming at me.
Well, it sounds like a hit-or-miss proposition to me that you're involved with. Anyway, welcome to the show. I know you've
Thank
met
you.
the current champion, Genny.
Right.
Jenny Bell has won some money. Let's see how well you do, Diego.
Thank you.
Here are the 9 categories you're both going to be working with today. They are spelling, top this, zoology, Disney, the Bible, opponent's choice, foreign words, showdown, and places in songs. We're going to start off with Jenny because you're the champion. Where are you going to go, Jenny?
I'll try spelling in the upper left, please.
All right, Jenny, too bad you can't gather your friends together for this one. They might be able to help you to spell committee.
C-O-M-M-I-T-T-E-E.
That's right. Right on the money. I always forget an M or a T. I never know which it is. But way to go, Jenny. We'll put an X in the top left-hand corner. $200 in the pot. Let's shuffle them up. Diego, your first shot at the board. What's your target?
I'll try Disney.
All right, top right-hand corner.
Right.
Here's the question, Diego. The 1946 Disney film Song of the South combined both live action and animation and featured the hit song Zippity-Doo-Dah. The story was narrated by a storyteller known as Uncle. Name him.
Remus.
Right.
Yeah.
You got it, Diego. Your first O goes on the board, top right-hand corner. $400 in the pot. We're going to shuffle everything about. And Jenny, back to you.
Foreign words in the middle, please.
You'll have some extra time. It's worth $300, Jenny. I'll read this question, but first, take a look at these foreign words. Now, these are the Spanish words for shapes you learned about in geometry class. You must name them, and here's your extra time. You're taking a look at a couple of foreign words here, Jenny. These are the Spanish words for shapes you learned about in geometry class. Name them.
A circle
Right?
and a square.
You have the center box. Good for you, Jenny. We'll put an X in dead center on the board. $700 in the pot now. We're going to shuffle everything around one more time. Diego.
Oh, I'll go for top this for the block, please.
Your first attempt at a block in this game, and it's a special category, which means either of you can get the box.
Right.
You want it for a block, Diego. Jenny, if you get this box, you'll win your 4th game of tic-tac-toe. Now, whichever one of you gives me the answer that ranks higher on the list in my hand will get the box. The subject this time is states. Now, according to the 1984 U.S. Statistical Abstract, this is the list of the 10 states to which the most people moved in the last 2 years. Diego, you chose the category. What's your answer?
I'll try California, please.
California's on the list, Diego, but it's number 3. That means, Jenny, there are 2 other answers that rank higher than California. If you can give me just one of those, you'll win the game and pick up a grand total of $10,650.
Florida.
You've won again! You did it again, Jenny. Congratulations. That gives you, let me see, what would that be called? That is what's called a diagonal on tic-tac-toe. $900 added to your previous winnings, $10,650. Before we go any further, Texas, Florida's number 2, Oklahoma's 4, Colorado 5, then is Arizona, Georgia, Nevada, Virginia, and North Carolina's number 10. Diego, those were the answers.
Right.
Let's go ahead and take a break. We'll be right back with more of the game right after this. We couldn't have had you on the show longer. We wish you lots of luck. We have some nice parting gifts for you, and we wish you best of luck. You're up against a tough champion over here, Jenny. We'll see how well you do in the bonus game next time. Good luck. He leaves us with $10,650. We'll see you next time.
Some of our departing contestants will receive Theracal, the chewable calcium supplement high in calcium, low in price. Minty tablets you carry with you. Theracal Minty tablets, a better way to get the calcium your body needs every day. And Bonine. Whether you go by car, plane, boat, or train, Bonine provides you with safe and effective 24-hour travel sickness protection.
A pre-apricot facial scrub. No other facial scrub works harder to keep your skin softer. A pre, for the softest skin you can have.
Super Juice frozen juice bars are fresh, fruity, and super delicious. Ask Mary Lou Retton. Super Juice frozen juice bars in 5 fruity flavors.
So they said. Family Feud. Sounds like fun, doesn't it? Today at 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Pacific on Game Show Network.
Tic-Tac-Doe is a Jack Barry and Dan Enright production. And now, here's our host, Jim Caldwell.
Hello, what's happening, everybody? How are you? Okie dokie. Hey, we're gonna have some fun today. Got a good audience, got a couple of great players. We met him at the end of our last show. Of course, one of those is a new champion. He picked up lots of money the last time around. Charlie O'Donnell introduced them for us.
Well, Jim, our current champion, is a word processor and former bee smoker. His interests include community theater and ice skating. His winnings total in cash and prizes, $6,000. Meet Fred Ponslav. And his opponent, she owns her own business and her interests include stained glass and travel. Meet Annie Baxter.
Hi, Annie.
Hi, Jim.
Welcome back today. We're going to jump into it here. You're in a business. What's the name of your business?
3B.
3B?
Right.
What do the B's stand for?
Baxter, and Bob.
Baxter, and Bob?
And Bob. Yeah. I'm Annie Baxter, the company president. My husband, Ron, is the controller, and he's in the audience.
Well, good.
And Fat Bob's our cat.
Fat Bob is your cat. Well,
Right.
terrific. So it's 3 B's against the beekeeper over here.
Yeah.
Former bee smoker used to put the bees at rest when he used to deal. Hello, champ.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine.
How you feeling?
Great.
Had any other unusual jobs in your lifetime?
Oh, I've had like about 40 jobs, all totaled.
Give me 2.
Well, I drove cab in New York City for like 2 years.
All
and
right.
I worked in 38 restaurants in Manhattan.
38 restaurants? I don't believe you.
Yes, 38.
38 restaurants,
Yeah.
really?
I always been looking for new experiences. So.
Well, hey, one of your latest experiences is winning lots of money on Tic-Tac-Doe, $6,000. Let's get started. Good luck to both of you. Fred Ponslav and Annie Baxter. Let's check out those 9 categories you're both going to be working with today. They are: take a letter, it's a dilemma; sports stars, cooking, general science, trivia dare, famous sights, seesaw, one-word names. Remember, those are special categories, red boxes, so I'll explain them when we get to them. Fred, you're the champ. Go. What do you want to do first?
I think I'll try, general science in the center.
All right, center box, 2-parter. You'll have some extra time, Fred. I'll describe 2 branches of mathematics. You name them. Number 1. This branch of mathematics, which is widely used by navigators and surveyors, is based on the relationship between the sides of a right triangle and uses terms like cosine and tangent. 2. This branch of mathematics often uses the letters X or Y to replace unknown quantities. It has a name taken from the Arabic word for bone setting. Here's some extra time to think it over, Fred. All right, Fred, 2 branches of math. You must give me their names. Number 1, this branch is widely used by navigators and surveyors based on the relationship between the sides of a right triangle and uses terms like cosine and tangent. What?
Geometry.
Trigonometry, Fred. Ooh, can't give you the box. The other one, of course, the branch of math using X and Y is algebra. So the center box still remains unclaimed. Let's shuffle them up. And Annie, let's get over to you to see what you would like to do to see if you can get an O on the board.
Jim, I'll start with cooking in the lower left.
Okay. Annie, the meat of a young cow is called veal, and the meat of a sheep is called mutton. What is the name given to the meat of a deer?
Venison.
Right.
All right.
Good for you, Annie. You like venison, you like deer. So let's put the O on the board. It's there. $200 in the pot. We're going to take a break and keep on going when we come back.
I'll try general science again.
All right, Fred. To a biologist, this word describes the structure inside the cell that contains the chromosomes. To a physicist, the word means the center of an atom, which contains protons and neutrons. What is that scientific term, Fred?
Nucleus.
Nucleus is right. All right, Fred, you finally get an X on the board. Top left-hand corner. 400 in the pot. Time to shuffle again. Annie, what would you like to do this time?
I'll try one-word names, Jim.
Annie, in 399 BC, this Greek philosopher and teacher was sentenced to death because of his controversial views of religion. He carried out his own sentence by drinking a cup of hemlock while in the company of his students and followers. Annie, give me his one-word name.
Socrates.
Right! Okay, Annie, another row goes on the board. Bottom middle, 600 in the pot. Time to shuffle them up again. And Fred, we're back to you. What would you like
I'll have to do take a letter to block.
See if you can successfully block Annie on this one, Fred. Now, your letter this time is Z. Now, this lighter-than-air craft is shaped like a cigar. The craft was a huge gas bag supported by a light internal framework. It was named for the German count who designed it. Fred, for the block, name this type of craft.
Zeppelin.
Good for you, that's it. You have a block. And it's on the board. We have $800 in the pot. The pot keeps going up. Let's shuffle those boxes, those categories around in the boxes. And Annie.
Well, Jim, it looks like one-word names again to block.
See if you can block Fred this time. Center box. It's worth $300. You'll have some extra time, Annie. Now, this singer, whose one name has been made famous by hits like Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves, received an Oscar nomination for her role in a 1983 film in which she co-starred with Meryl Streep. Give me her one-word name and name the film for which she won the nomination. Go ahead and take some extra time, Annie. Annie, you're going for a block. This singer whose one name has been made famous by hits like Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves, received an Oscar nomination for her role in a 1983 film in which she co-starred with Meryl Streep. Give me her one-word name.
Cher.
Right. Part 2, second part, name the film for which she won the nomination.
Silkwood.
You have the center box and the block. So an O goes in that strategic location for a block. $1,100 in the pot. Let's go ahead and shuffle them up. And Fred.
Take a letter to block.
Fred, your letter this time for a block is Q. Now, this term means to isolate people or animals which may carry a danger of disease. It is taken from the ancient Latin word for 40, because the Romans used to make a ship wait outside a port for 40 days. Now, if it was thought to be contaminated. Now, for a block, Fred, what is that term?
Quarantine.
You have the block. Well, you both are playing very well. You get a block on the board. Now we're up to $1,300. 3 categories remaining. Let's shuffle them up for Annie to make a selection.
Well, Jim, it looks like Trivia Dare for the win.
All right, Annie, Trivia Dare, special category. Unusual situation because you're going for a win, and on the other hand, if Fred gets this box, he'll win also. So it's an unusual situation. And of course, what I'll do is read you this question, Annie, then you'll decide whether you'll answer it first or dare Fred to answer first. Now, here's what it sounds like. The world's largest single cave has over 150 miles of passages containing 8 waterfalls, 3 rivers, and 2 lakes. Annie, is that cave Mammoth in Kentucky, Carlsbad in New Mexico, or Chandar in Iraq? What are you going to do, Annie? Answer or dare?
I'll answer.
Going for the answer, Annie, and if you successfully answer this question, you'll become our new champion. Is that cave Mammoth in Kentucky, Carlsbad in New Mexico, or Chandar in Iraq?
Mammoth.
You've won! Good for you, Annie. We have one excited lady over here, folks. Annie Baxter.
I didn't know if it was Mammoth or Carlsbad, so I just took a guess.
Nice guess. Of course, that nice little guess there is worth $1,500. Congratulations, Annie. Now, your next task, of course, is to see if you can defeat that dragon in the bonus game, which we'll find out what happens in just a moment. But first, Fred Ponceloff, we've enjoyed having you.
I had a great time.
Well,
Just
I'm
a great
glad.
time.
Terrific. We wish you all the best with your word processing, and if you smoke any more bees, be careful.
Okay.
You're leaving us with $6,000. Congratulations to you as well, Fred. We'll be back with more of the game to see how Annie does against the dragon right after this. Annie, you know what you have to do now, don't you?
Beat the dragon.
That's exactly right. Come on over here and give it a shot. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
I am enjoying your energy. You've got lots of it. It's coming across naturally, isn't it?
Oh, I'm having a ball.
Good for you. Well, behind these numbers, you know, are various amounts of money. Tick, the tack, and him, that dragon, that mean old dragon. You want to get the tick and the tack, of course, or $1,000 or more, and you'll win this terrific prize package. Charlie?
Well, Annie, they say many hands make light work, but in these gifts, many hands also mean great fun. First, Annie, you'll enjoy many hands of cards, just part of the excitement of your visit to glittering Las Vegas. Nevada's largest city with its large, luxurious gambling casinos, busy nightlife, elaborate shows that attract visitors from all parts of the world. We'll fly you via Western Airlines from Los Angeles to Las Vegas. You can count on Western for warm hospitality and friendly service in flight, furnished by Western Airlines. You'll have a 2-night, 3-day stay at the Sahara Las Vegas. There you may enjoy it all, from celebrity entertainment in the Congo Showroom and Casbah Theater to fine dining furnished by the Sahara Las Vegas. Then you can play sports and still tell time by the hands of sports watches in this great selection. From Helbros, a wardrobe of watches for all occasions, 3 for him, 3 for her. Super accurate quartz watches, beautifully styled and easy to wear from Helbros Watches. And finally, Annie, there'll be many deckhands to do the work, so you can relax and have fun on a fabulous sailing ship cruise of the Bahamas. In the 18th century, these islands were a favorite pirate haunt, now an idyllic vacation spot. Sunbathe and swim on golden beaches, enjoy balmy evenings and sparkling nightlife, surrounded by the breathtaking natural splendors of these romantic islands. You'll sail with Windjammer Barefoot Cruises, casual sailing adventure in the exotic Caribbean for both old salts and landlubbers. Take off your shoes and sail away to paradise with Windjammer Barefoot Cruises. This many hands package is worth in cash and prizes over $3,650.
I can tell you're excited.
Oh, I am.
You want to go to Bahamas?
You bet.
Good for you. Well, just avoid the dragon. Don't get the dragon, please. Of course, get the tick and the tack. You'll get the dough automatically. Before you get started, anybody in the audience going to be helping you out?
Yes, my husband is here, and my brother and his wife, and they're all in the front row.
Which one is your husband?
The good-looking guy with the beard.
Ah, okay. Hi, hubby. Well, good. You need some help. Where are you going to go first? What do you want? How about some help? Come on now.
Number 4. Number 4.
All right, she knows she wants to go to number 4. Behind number 4 is tack.
Oh.
Nice start. Nice start.
Number 6.
All right, she's jumping on number 6 quickly. We're already there. 300. All right, you want to keep going?
Yeah.
Sure, she's going to keep going. She wants to sail around.
Number 5.
Number 5. Center box. Okay. Well, she's taking care of that middle row. Where do you want to go now, Annie?
Number 7.
All right, she's firm on number 7. And bottom left-hand corner gives her puck. Oh, so close now. So close now. You're going to either get it all or the dragon's going to get you.
Number 3.
She's nice and positive. What's it going to be behind 3? You feel like you're dreaming, huh?
I do, yeah.
Well, dream no longer. You're going to be off to the Bahamas. We've got a nice prize package for you. Let's find out where that dragon was hiding. Oh, shut up, dragon. Go back to your room and take a break. We beat you this time. Oh, good for you, Annie. You're up to now a total of $5,350. Good for you. We're going to take a break and come right back. Don't go away. We'll meet your opponent in just a moment.
All right.
This challenger, Charlie O'Donnell, who is he?
Well, Jim, he's an attorney whose interests include music and baseball. Meet Don Gibson.
Hi, Don.
How you doing, Jim?
I like that nice bright smile on your face. Looks like you're ready to go.
I'm ready.
Tell us about your law practice.
Well, at the moment, I don't practice law because I've accepted a position teaching at Stanford Law School.
Okay, so you're involved in law, but you're involved in teaching. What kind of law in particular?
Well, I'll be teaching legal research and writing to first-year students in conjunction with a contracts class. It's challenging for them, but fun for me.
Good for you. What do you do in your spare time, Don?
I listen to lots of music. I'm an avid Mets fan. I follow the Mets every day I can, and After maybe a year of teaching, I'd like to maybe practice sports law.
Sports law. That way you can defend a major league player when he's accused of stealing, perhaps.
Maybe.
No? Yes?
Maybe.
Might
Maybe.
come up.
Maybe.
Hey, good luck to you, Don. Let's take a look at the 9 categories you and Annie will be working with this time around. They are names the same, showdown, opera, rock music, where are you, number please, TV stars, auction, and quotes. And remember, those red boxes, red categories, mean they're special. And I'll explain them as we get to them. Annie, you're the champion with a big smile. Go ahead and start us off.
Jim, I think I'll start with TV stars in the lower left.
Annie, take a look at this picture. Now, the character played by this beautiful actress is the matriarch of one of television's best-known families. Give me the first name of the character she plays.
Crystal.
Crystal is right. Good for you. Crystal Jennings Carrington. She's Linda Evans, of course. The show is Dynasty. You have an X in the bottom left-hand corner. We're off and running with $200 in the pot. Time to shuffle them around. Don?
I'd like to try Where Are You in the middle, please.
Well, where are you? We'll find out. Here's the question. You'll have some extra time on this one, Don. The year is 1620, and you are with the Pilgrims as they step ashore onto this famous rock after their historic voyage across the Atlantic on the Mayflower. Name the rock, and also name the state in which it is located. You have some time to think it over here, Don. Don, the year is 1620, and you are with the Pilgrims as they step ashore onto this famous rock after their historic voyage across the Atlantic on the Mayflower. Name the rock.
That rock would be Plymouth Rock.
Good for you. Here's the second part. Name the state in which it's located.
Massachusetts.
You have the center box, Don. Put an O in that strategic location. 500 in the pot. Time to shuffle everything around and get back over to you, Annie, for a selection.
Jim, I'll take rock music in the lower right.
Annie, in 1984, Ray Parker Jr. had a #1 single with this song taken from the soundtrack of the year's most successful movie comedy. According to the lyrics of the song, what is the correct answer to this question, or his question, who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters.
Right! I got it out. Ghostbusters is right. So put an X in the bottom right-hand corner for you, Annie. Now we have $700 in the pot. We're going to shuffle those categories around one more time. Don.
Well, Jim, I'm forced to go for auction at the bottom middle.
Auction category, one of the special ones where either one of you can earn the box. You're going for a block, Don. Annie, if you get this box, you'll win your second game of tic-tac-toe. Now, in this category, you both will bid on how many correct answers you can give to this question. And remember, high bidder gets control. Now, I have the list of the 11 states which make or made up the Confederate States of America. How many of them can you name? Don, you selected the category. Start the bidding.
5.
He's already up to 5. Annie, what do you want to do?
I'll go for 6.
She says 6, Don. You want to top that?
No.
He's going to make you name the 6 states which made up they were part of the 11, the original Confederate States of America. Annie, I don't need to tell you. You're going for your second game. Go.
Okay. Texas.
Texas is 1.
Florida.
Florida's another one.
Alabama.
Alabama's on the list. 3 more.
Mississippi.
Mississippi's right. Just 2 more.
Georgia.
Georgia. 1 more and you'll win the game, Annie.
Oh, Georgia. South Carolina.
You've won! All right, Annie. Tennessee, Louisiana, Arkansas, and I think you said North Carolina?
South Carolina.
Okay, you said South. North Carolina's the other one. That rounds it out. You just won your second game. You're up to cash and prizes, $6,250. We're going to see what happens in the bonus game in just a moment, Annie. Don, I sure wish we'd had more time to get to know you better.
Well, I had a great time.
It's a shame how fast it can go sometimes. Certainly. But we wish you the best of luck. We have some nice parting gifts, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
We'll be back in just a moment to see what Annie does when she plays the dragon.
Contestants will receive
Super Juice frozen juice bars are fresh, fruity, and super delicious. Ask Mary Lou Retton. Super Juice frozen juice bars in 5 fruity flavors.
Time out for new Tetley Iced Tea Crystals. Now get fresh brewed iced tea instantly with no foam. New Tetley Iced Tea Crystals, the crystal clear choice.
Mr. Roper needs to compete. Mr. Howell needs to taunt.
Come on.
And some stars need to take a deep breath.
I'm going to pass out with them.
The feuding in Hollywood just got a lot more interesting. So let the finger-pointing begin as your favorite stars don their battle attire for Celebrity Family Feud. And it's Richard's job to make sure everyone plays nice.
You bet.
Watch Celebrity Family Feud weeknights at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, only on Game Show Network.
Tic-Tac-Toe is Jack Barry and Dan Enright production. It's everybody's game of strategy, knowledge, and fun. It's Tic-Tac-Toe. And now, here's our host, Jim Caldwell.
Thank you. All right, thanks for joining us here in the studio audience and all of you at home. I hope everything is going well for you wherever you are. We're going to get into a game of tic-tac-toe here directly, but first, our current champion, who's defeated no less than 3 opponents, has to play a bonus game. Let's bring him out to do that. Charlie?
Well, Jim, our current champion is from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, a teacher and former entertainer whose interests include music and magic. His winnings total in cash, $4,800. Meet Von Bastone.
Welcome back, Von.
Thank you, Jim.
Teacher, former entertainer.
Not former.
How long you been a teacher?
I started in '64 as a substitute, and I stopped for a while. I did some other things. I worked for the Office of Economic Opportunity and Neighborhood Development, and I did some other things. Worked for a major railroad before it went bankrupt.
In fact, you have a list a mile long of how many jobs you've had, maybe?
That's about right, yes.
Well, good for you. Well, so far you've been doing very well here in the show. $4,800. Time to play the bonus game. Come on over. This is the time. Now, they say three's a charm. So far, the Dragon's beaten you twice, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Correct.
Twice. Well, this time, I hope luck is with you. Behind these numbers, I'll refresh your memory. Various amounts of money. There's a tick, attack, and that dragon. You want to get a tick and attack or reach $1,000 or more, and you'll get this. Charlie, tell them.
Well, Von, if space is at a premium in your home, these gifts will show you how to make the most of the room you have. First, Von, you'll surely have room for this compact laundry center. Frigidaire Skinny Mini Laundry Center, a family-size washer and dryer in one compact cabinet. Loaded with features including variable water miser control and flowing heat drying system. Frigidaire appliances here today, here tomorrow. Then all you need is an empty pocket to make space for this miniature tape recorder. Norelco's NT3 professional quality pocket recorder features lightweight design, fingertip controls, and superb sound quality. Capture your thoughts anywhere. Norelco. Next, you'll squeeze trash down to a fraction of its size in this handy kitchen compactor. Unclutter your kitchen with a KitchenAid trash compactor. Features exclusive litter bin and charcoal filter odor control. And finally, Vaughn, a gift worth more than $1,100 that allows you to entertain in style, but also contains a spare bed when you need it. This versatile living room set. The Lazy Boy Signature 2 Sleep Sofa and Love Seat. They have a wide variety of fabrics that are suitable for any decor. Enjoy elegance by day and comfort by night. Thanks to Lazy Boy. This space-saving package is worth in cash and prizes over $3,750.
A space-saving package that'll be yours if you can beat the dragon, Von.
Great.
Okay?
Yes.
Get the tick and the tack, you'll get the dough automatically.
Let's go.
Down to business. He's finding a place to hide. Gonna have your brother. Is your brother here today?
I will take number 9.
he's gonna not even gonna ask his brother. All right, number 9. Behind 9 is tack. Nice start.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5.
You're quick this time. Number 5. Let's try again. 3 for 3. Where was everything else on the board? Where was the tick? Take a look. It's behind, right next to it, behind number 8. Well, better luck next time, as they say. So far, you've picked up $4,800 in cash. We'll come back right after this to get into a new game. Hey. Champion Von Bastone and his next challenger. Let's find out who that is. Charlie, bring her out.
Jim, she's an artist and former wilderness instructor. Her interests include languages and skiing. Meet Lou McBride.
I have to know something, Blue. What is a wilderness instructor?
Well, I worked for Outward Bound, and it's a program that teaches people to thrive in their urban environment by teaching them to survive in a wilderness environment.
Tell us how that works. What do you do with them?
Well, Outward Bound provides the food and camping equipment, specialized equipment for climbing and stuff. The students only bring their own clothes, and we go out into the wilderness for up to 3 weeks. It's quite an education.
You make them, I think I've seen examples where you make them climb, go through rigorous situations where they normally might not even try to do it, right?
Well,
test their mettle, as it were.
Yeah, we don't make them do anything. And
well, that's good, I suppose.
It's a challenge. It's a chance for someone to challenge themselves in an unfamiliar situation.
Well, you're coming on the show here. You're the latest challenger of our champ, Vaughn Baston. I wish you both good luck as we get into this game. Here are the 9 categories. Take a look. Finish the list. It's a dilemma. Geology, colors, bearded men, number please, potluck picks, auction, female singers. Those red boxes, by the way, are special categories, and I'll describe them if they come up during the game. All right, Vaughn, go ahead and start us off.
I hate to shave. Bearded men.
Going for bearded men, here's the question, Vaughn. In this hit 1971 musical film, a bearded actor named Topol portrayed a poor milkman who spent a lot of time talking to God. The story was based on the tales of the famous Yiddish writer Shalom Aleichem. Now, give me that film's forward title and also name that poor milkman played by Topol. Here's your extra time. All right, Vaughn, bearded men is the category. It's a center box question. There's 2 answers I need from you. Let me repeat it. In this hit 1971 musical film, a bearded actor named Topol portrayed a poor milkman who spent a lot of time talking to God. The story was based on the tales of the famous Yiddish writer Shalom Aleichem. All right, number 1, give me that film's forward title.
Fiddler on the Roof.
That's right. Number 2, name that poor milkman played by Topol.
I have no idea.
Tevya. Tevya's the answer. Can't give you that center box, so bearded men will remain unclaimed for now. Let's shuffle. Over to you, Blue.
I'll go for colors in the upper left.
All right, Blue. In 1756, a British fort in this town in India was captured by Indian soldiers. The British defenders were imprisoned underground in a cell which later came to be called the Black Hole. Name the town in India where that black hole was located.
Calcutta.
Calcutta's right. The Black Hole of Calcutta. We'll put an X on the board, an O on the board. $200 pot. Let's shuffle. Back to you, Vaughn.
Colors, please, in the middle.
Colors again. All right, Vaughn, I'll read this question. You'll have some extra time. Colorful phrases are often used to describe emotions. I'll describe 2 such phrases. You name the colors. Number 1, a person who is really down in the dumps is said to be in a funk of this color. And number 2, a person consumed with envy is said to be this color. Here's your extra time. All right, Vaughn, center box question. A person who is really down in the dumps is said to be in a funk of this color. What color is that?
Blue.
Blue is right. Number 2, a person consumed with envy is said to be this color.
Green.
Green with envy is right. All right, center box is yours. Put an X on the board. Colors, $500 pot. Let's shuffle. Back to you, Blue.
Well, I think I'll try colors again in the upper right.
Getting a lot of play this game. Colors is the category. On Captain Kangaroo, television's longest-running children's series, the captain had an assistant played by Lumpy Branham. Branham played a farmer and amateur inventor with a colorful name. What was that name?
Mr. Green Jeans.
Green Jeans is right. Put an O on the board, top right-hand corner. $700 pot. We'll shuffle again. Back to you, Vaughn.
Female singers to block, please.
Vaughn, in 1981, this Scottish-born pop star named Sheena had 2 top 10 hit records with Morning Train and For Your Eyes Only. In 1982, she won a Grammy for Best New Artist for a block. Name her.
Did you say Sheena?
Yes, I did.
Austin?
No, Sheena Easton. You were in the ballpark, but I'm sorry, that's not correct. So let's shuffle with $700 in the pot. Back to you, Blue.
I have to go for potluck picks for the win.
Blue, answer this question correctly, you'll become our new champion. I must ask you, though, to take a look at this picture. This beautiful plant is actually related to the banana. For tic-tac-toe and a grand total of $900, name it.
It's the bird of paradise flower.
That's right, you win! You look like you're in a state of shock over there, Blue.
Well, minor.
A minor state of shock. Well, that is a horizontal tic-tac-toe. You just won $900.
That's great.
We'll see how well you do against your first shot at defeating the dragon in just 1 second. But first, we have to say goodbye to Von Bastone, a teacher from Philadelphia. We had a good time with you, Von.
Igualmente.
Well, I'm glad you had a good time as well. You are going to be walking away with a lot of soft, warm cash. $4,800. Thanks for playing tic-tac-toe, Von. Well, when we come back, I'll tell you what I meant by soft, warm cash. Don't go away. Explain why I called it soft, warm cash. Well, you know, we always say hard, cold cash, right? You know why it's called that? Because it's hard to come by, number one, and it never stays in your pocket long enough to get warm. That's the reason. What do you think? Any reaction? No reaction. That's what I get, right? Anyway, let's get on with the business at hand. Blue, are you ready to see what you can do in the bonus game?
You bet.
Come on over, let's try it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
This is your first time over here.
Yes, it is.
You ready to go for it?
Yes.
All right. Behind these numbers are various amounts of money. In fact, there's no numbers. The dragon's jumping around. He's going to find a place to hide in just 1 second. But in order for you to know what's at stake, you have to know what you're going to win, right?
That's true.
Let's find out from Charlie O'Donnell what kind of prize package is involved.
Blue will offer you 2 kinds of relaxation along with the best place to experience them. First, Blue, if you like to unwind with games, we have a whole assortment of them. John and Hanson's assortment of games featuring Time the Game, exciting and challenging trivia questions on people, places, and events covering the last 7 decades, furnished by John and Hanson Company. Then you'll play those games on the train as you head for a city devoted to games, exciting Las Vegas! Nevada's largest city with its large, luxurious gambling casinos, busy nightlife, elaborate shows that attract visitors from all parts of the world. Have a great time at one of Las Vegas's newest hotels and casinos, Bourbon Street. Next, the second kind of relaxation is just basking in the sun. And for that, you'll wear these designer sunglasses. Ray-Ban Tortuga sunglasses, classic styling and distinctive fashion with the look of gold and tortoise shell, plus Ray-Ban glare-beating lenses from Bausch & Lomb. And finally, Blue, the best place to do your sunbathing is on the beach, especially when the beach is at an exclusive resort in carefree Puerto Vallarta. Enjoy the ideal climate of Mexico's beautiful beach resort, playground for young romantics and sun seekers. Sightsee in the beautiful countryside and meet the charming people on a trip you won't want to miss. You'll stay at the Plaza Vallarta Tennis and Beach Resort, overlooking Banderas Bay, poolside dining, water sports, and tennis. Enjoy the fun and sun from Plaza Vallarta Tennis and Beach Resort. This, the best place package is worth in cash and prizes over $3,150.
You're full of giggles over here.
I know, it's just too great.
Too great, huh? We've got to beat the dragon in order to have it.
That's right.
So concentrate now. He's going to find a place to hide here. Have anybody in the audience to help you out?
Yeah, my boyfriend and my business partner, 2 of the greatest guys.
What are their names?
Warren and David.
Warren and David. Are they going to wave to us? There they are. They're shy and reserved. That's okay. All right, where are you going to go first?
Oh, let's see. How about some help? I guess number 7.
Number 7. Okay, here we go. 100. What's next?
What's next? Number 3.
Number 3. 500. All you need is $400 or a ticket attack.
I'll go for number 4.
Number 4. We'll let you do that. Let's see what's behind 4. 150. You're close now. Just 250 to go.
Come on, tell me. I guess number 6.
Number 6 it is. Let's see what's behind 6. That dragon.
Oh, well.
Dragon's had a good run lately.
Nice try.
Yeah, let's find out where everything else was. Don't walk away from me.
Oh, okay,
Hang
I'm
on
sorry.
1 second. A tick and attack was behind number 2 and 5.
Okay.
Let's see. So far, you've picked up a total of $900.
Yeah.
And we'll get into our next game after we take this break.
Okay.
All right, we'll be back in just a moment. Stay with us. Those pretty blue eyes, huh?
Yes, that's right.
Sounds like a good reason. You ready to meet your next challenger?
You bet.
All right, let's bring him out. Charlie, do the honors.
Jim, he's a salesman and semi-pro Santa Claus whose interests include golf. Meet Ed Dart.
Hello, Ed. Welcome to the show.
How are you?
I'm good. You're a semi-pro Santa. What does that mean?
Well, every year I get out the big red suit and the jingle bells and off I go.
Sounds like a fun thing to do. You look like you could play a Santa Claus very well. How do you like it?
Well, it's a lot of fun, especially when those little tykes, you know, they get up on your lap and they got those bright eyes.
Where do you do this?
Well, I do it for my church, and also I go into private homes and community centers.
Aha. Well, maybe someday you'll work into a solid career for you, and you'll sign a contract and everything, and I suspect there'll be a Santa Claus in there somewhere, won't there? All kinds of clauses. All right, Ed Blue, nice to have you with us. Let's take a look at the 9 categories this time. Here they are. Suitable titles: Showdown, Medical Facts, Comedy Movies, U.S. History, Opponent's Choice, Famous Sites, Top This, and Odd Names. Blue, you're the champ. Start us off.
Well, I'll go for famous sites in the lower left.
All right, Blue, I would like you to take a look at this picture here. These strange and mysterious stone heads may be found on a tiny, isolated island in the Pacific Ocean. Name that island.
Easter Island.
Easter Island is right. All right, Blue, we'll put an X on the board. We got a $200 pot already. Let's shuffle. Over to you, Ed.
Well, let's go for medical facts in the center.
See what happens now in that center box question. I'll describe 2 important structures in the eye, and you name them, Ed. Number 1, this transparent tissue is like a window at the front of the eye. It takes its name from the Latin word for horn. Number 2, this layer at the back of the eye is where the image is received and transmitted to the brain. Its name comes from the Latin word for net. Here's your extra time. All right, Ed, I'll describe 2 important structures in the eye. You name them. Number 1, this transparent tissue is like a window at the front of the eye. It takes its name from the Latin word for horn. What is it?
Lens?
No, the cornea. And of course, the layer in the back of the eye that gets its name from the Latin word for net is the retina. All right, let's go ahead and shuffle with $200 in the pot. Back to you, Blue.
I'll go for famous sites in the middle box.
All right, this is the 2nd time in a row for you in that category. This time it's a center box question. You'll have some extra time for this, Blue. Take a look at this picture. This cathedral took more than 150 years to build. You must name it and also name the city where it's located. Here's some time to think it over. Blue, you're looking at a picture there of a cathedral that took more than 150 years to build. Name it.
Chartres.
No, it's the Cathedral of Notre Dame. And of course, the city it's in, Paris. Can't give you that center box, Ed. Let's go ahead and shuffle with 200 still in the pot. Over to you, Ed.
Well, let's try medical facts in the center again.
My goodness, 2nd time in a row for you in this category. I'll describe 2 of the body's important organs. You name them. Number 1, in this organ, chambers called atria are divided by a wall called the septum. And number 2, this organ contains areas called the central fissure and the hippocampus. Here's your extra time. Ed, this is your 2nd attempt trying to get that center box. I've described 2 of the body's important organs, and I want you to name them. Let me repeat. In this organ, chambers called atria are divided by a wall called the septum. What's the organ?
The heart?
The heart is right. Number 2, this organ contains areas called the central fissure and the hippocampus. What is that?
The kidneys?
No, the brain. All right, center box still goes unclaimed. We have a $200 pot. We're going to come back after these words. Don't go away. To play Santa Claus. How long have you been doing that?
About 4 years.
Yeah, did you have to practice the ho, ho, ho? It looks like you've kind of got it down already.
Well, that's kind of how I got into the job, you see. I've been working on it for a long time.
Why don't you give us a sample of what it looks like?
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas.
Nice work, nice work. Well, when Christmas comes around, we'll give it a shot. Blue, congratulations.
Thank
we'll
you.
talk about the fact that you're an artist when we come back on our next show. Sounds interesting.
Okay.
Take care of those blue eyes till then. $900 is yours. When you come back, we'll see if it continues to go up.
Yeah.
I'm Jim Caldwell. See you in our next Tic-Tac-Dough.
Welcome to Jillian's.
Hi, the name is Monty Hall. I'm here for the Let's Make a Deal-a-thon, the week-long party celebrating the premiere of Let's Make a Deal on Game Show Network.
Sorry, not on the list.
Well, that can't be. Ask the host, Jeffrey Ross.
Come on, dude. It's Monty Hall.
Tell you what, let's make a deal. I'll give you all the money in my pocket if you let me have a look at what's behind that door.
Go for the money.
Watch Game Show Network's Let's Make a Deal-a-thon. 5 nights of classic episodes starting Monday, August 27th at 8 Eastern.
Here you go.
Strategy, knowledge, and fun. It's Tic-Tac-Toe. And now, here's our host, Jim Caldwell.
Thank you. All right, welcome everybody, and to you at home for joining us. Another edition of Tic-Tac-Dough. Today we have two good players. We just started a game. We're right in the middle of it. I think it's going to be resolved today. Let's meet our players. Charlie, bring them out.
Well, Jim, our current champion is an artist and former wilderness instructor. Her interests include languages and skiing. Her winnings total in cash $900 beat Blue McBride. And her opponent is a salesman whose interests include golf and scouting. Meet Ed Dart.
Hi, Ed. Good to see you. Nice firm handshake. I like those.
Well, we try hard.
You try hard. Tell us about scouting.
Hey, it's a lot of fun. You know, you got to work with the kids. There's work, but there's fun, too.
What do you mean by that?
Well, one time I went on a 50-mile hike through Zion National Park with them, and some of it was fun and some of it was work.
Zion, I can imagine. Zion National, that's a beautiful place out there in Utah, huh?
But it wouldn't have been so bad. The kids had a great time. They just had to drag me along.
Oh, it was your problem, huh? Well, nice to have you here. We're going to see how well you're challenged as you go along through the game with Blue, our current champ. Welcome back, Blue.
Thank you.
I notice your dress is matching your eyes.
Well, no. Not
close.
totally.
Right? Well, it's in the
but
ballpark.
It is there.
And now, as an artist, what kind of things do you do?
Well, I'm a painter. I do contemporary art, oil paintings. I deal with what's mysterious and eerie about being out on the street at night, how things are transformed into strange things that they're not during the day.
You sound very accomplished. Are you repped by a gallery?
Not at the moment in Los Angeles, only in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and in Denver, since I just moved here.
Aha, well, good luck.
Thank
you.
Good
luck with that. And so far, you've picked up $900 in your first game. Let's start a brand new one. In fact, let's keep this one going. Blue McBride and Ed Dart, the players. Now, let me show you the 9 categories you both were playing with when we broke off last time. Here they are. Suitable titles: Showdown, Medical Facts, Comedy Movies, U.S. History, Opponent's Choice, Famous Sights, Top This, and Odd Names. Remember, those red boxes are special categories. If they come up during the game, I'll be sure to describe them. And the board looked like this. Just one X on the board, and the pot was worth $200. So let's get back to the game. We'll shuffle the categories first. And Blue, your selection.
Well, I am going to try Famous Sights again. In the center.
Going to go for Famous Sights in the center? All right. Take a look at this picture, Blue. During the winter of 1777 and 1778, this small village was the site of the winter encampment of the American Army under George Washington. Conditions were so brutal that hundreds of soldiers died there without fighting in a single battle. Name this small village, and also name the state where it's located. Here's your extra time to think it over. Your looking at a picture of a small village back in 1777 and 1778. It was the site of the winter encampment of the American Army under George Washington. Name this small village.
Gettysburg?
No. Valley Forge. And the state where it's located? Pennsylvania. Blue. Okay, the box goes unclaimed. $200 pot. Let's shuffle. Over to you, Ed.
Let's go with suitable titles in the center.
You're both still working on getting that center box. Here's the question in this category. I'll describe two characters from Greek mythology. You name them. Number one, this king of Thebes, whose name is used for a psychological complex, might have sung the suitably titled song, I Want a Girl, just like the girl who married dear old dad. Number two, this mythical woman who had a nest of snakes for hair might have sung the suitably titled song, Turn to Stone, to anyone who looked at her. Here's your extra time. Think it over. Suitable titles is the category. We're talking about Greek mythology here, Ed. Number one, this king of Thebes, whose name is used for a psychological complex, might have sung the suitably titled song, I Want a Girl, just like the girl that married dear old dad. Name him.
Jim, could I answer the second question first?
Yes, you can. Let me read that question for you. This mythical woman who had a nest of snakes for hair might have sung the suitably titled song, Turn to Stone, to anyone who looked at her.
Medusa?
Medusa is right. Do you have the answer to number one?
Could you repeat that question?
All right. This king of Thebes, whose name is used for a psychological complex, might have sung the suitably titled song, I Want a Girl, just like the girl who married dear old dad. Name him.
Alibaba?
No, Oedipus. We still have a center box that remains open, $200 pot. We're going to come back after this and continue the game. Let me see, we have a $200 pot. Let's shuffle. Blue, it's your turn.
I think I'll go for opponent's choice.
Is that it, Blue? You going for opponent's choice? All right. Opponent's choice means that Ed will decide whether you're going to answer two questions on bestsellers or one on scientists. Which will it be, Ed?
One on scientists.
All right, here's your one question on scientists, Blue. This English scientist invented calculus, explored the secrets of light, and discovered the force that holds the universe together. Name him.
Galileo.
No, Newton, Sir Isaac Newton. All right, let's shuffle again. 200 in the pot. Back to you, Ed. Still have one X on the board.
Okay, let's go with odd names in the center.
All right, let's see what this is all about, Ed. Center box question. I'll name two film comedians who have last names that sound like religious titles. You name them. Number one, this funny man nicknamed Bud has a last name that might make you think he was in charge of a monastery. Number two, this silent film comedian has a last name that sounds like he leads soldiers in prayer. Here's your extra time. Think it over, Ed. Ed, we're talking about two film comedians who have last names that sound like religious titles. Number one, this funny man nicknamed Bud has a last name that might make you think he was in charge of a monastery.
Abbott.
Abbott is right. Bud Abbott. Number two, this silent film comedian has a last name that sounds like he leads soldiers in prayer. Name him. Charlie Chaplin. Odd names, can't give it to you. 200 in the pot. Let's shuffle and get back to you, Blue, for a selection.
Lucking out. I'll go for medical facts in the center.
All right, Blue, two-part question. Here you go. The human skeleton is said to consist of 4 types of material. The hardest is bone, and the other 3 are softer, more elastic types of tissue, usually found in and around the joints. Name 2 of those other 3 types of soft tissue that make up the skeleton. And now here's your extra time to think that over, Blue. Well, let me repeat this question for you. The human skeleton is said to consist of 4 types of material. The hardest is bone, and the other 3 are softer, more elastic types of tissue, usually found in and around the joints. Name 2 of those other 3 types of soft tissue that make up the skeleton.
Ligaments.
Ligaments is 1.
Cartilage.
You have the center box.
Finally. Oh,
All right, Medical Facts gets an X, and we now have a $500 pot. Let's shuffle. All right, Ed.
Let's go with comedy movies.
All right, let's do it, Ed. Here's the question. In 1985, this veteran actor received a special Oscar for Lifetime Achievement. He was the star of such classic, beloved comedies as Harvey and You Can't Take It With You. For a block, Ed, name him.
Stewart.
James Stewart is right. All right. You have a block on the board. Oh, put an O on the top right-hand corner. $700 pot. We're going to pause and come back after these words. Blue McWright and Ed Dart are players. We have a $700 pot, and it's time for us to get back to it. Let's shuffle. All right, Blue.
I'll go for U.S. history in the lower right.
Blue, in 1823, the 5th president of the U.S. laid down a foreign policy doctrine guaranteeing the independent nations of the Western Hemisphere will remain free from control by European powers. The doctrine is named after that president. Name him.
Monroe.
Monroe was right. The Monroe Doctrine. All right, Blue, put an X on the board for you. $900 pot. Time to shuffle. Over to you, Ed.
U.S. history in the corner.
All right, this is going for a block, Ed. In 1867, Secretary of State William Seward arranged to buy Alaska from this nation for just over $7 million, roughly 2 cents an acre. For a block. From what nation did the U.S. purchase Alaska?
Russia.
Russia's right. You have a block. Put an O on the board for a block. $1,100 pot. Let's shuffle. Back to you, Blue.
I have to go for opponent's choice for in the bottom center.
Opponent's choice. All right, Blue, because you've selected that category, Ed will tell you whether you have to answer 2 questions on Barbra Streisand or 1 on astronomy. What will it be, Ed?
1 on astronomy.
All right, Blue, you're going for tic-tac-toe. Here's your 1 question on astronomy. Between the orbits of Jupiter and Mars lies a belt of small, irregular chunks of rock that may be the remains of an exploded planet. They have a name taken from the Greek word for star-like. For tic-tac-toe and a grand total of $2,200. Name them.
Meteors?
Nope. Asteroids.
Oh, God.
Ed, you were saved on that one. We can shuffle with $1,100 in the pot. All right, Ed.
Let's go with opponent's choice for the win.
All right, this time you select opponent's choice, going for tic-tac-toe. Blue, you get to decide whether Ed's going to answer 2 questions on funny men or 1 on Citizen Kane. Which will it be?
Citizen Kane.
1 question on Citizen Kane, Ed. Answer this question successfully, you'll become our new champion. In the classic film Citizen Kane, Orson Welles utters a mysterious word which later turns out to be the name of a sled he owned as a child. For tic-tac-toe and a grand total of $1,300, what was that word?
Rosebud.
You win!
Way to go.
All right, Ed, you look like an excited man over there.
I'm Miracle Man, I tell you.
Miracle Man. Horizontal tic-tac-toe, let me reiterate, you just won $1,300. You'll be facing the dragon momentarily, but first we have to say goodbye to Blue McWright. We loved having you, Blue.
Thanks, it was really fun.
Take care of your gorgeous blue eyes and good luck with your art career.
Thank you.
You'll leave us with $900.
Great.
Best of luck to you. Ed, you ready to play against the dragon?
I'm ready.
Come on over, let's do it. Hey, here you are, huh?
Oh, very good. Oh, I'm so happy. Can't believe it.
Well, believe it, because now you have to kind of see what you can do against the dragon.
Well, the only thing I knew on Citizen Kane was Rosebud and Orson Welles.
Well, it came up and you did it. Now, behind these numbers are various amounts of money. There is a tick, a tack, and the dragon. You want to reach $1,000 or more or get that tick and the tack, and here's what you'll win. Charlie, tell them.
Ed, while you're away from home, rest assured these gifts will be carrying on in your absence. First, Ed, you'll have peace of mind thanks to this home security robot. Hero Jr., the fully pre-programmed personal robot that talks, sings, moves about, plays games, and helps protect your home from intruders. Hero Jr. from Heath Zenith. Then your car will be protected by this reliable alarm. the Black Max auto security system from MaxiGuard, featuring the Maxi Shocker motion detector, which provides continuous protection automatically every time you leave your vehicle, furnished by MaxiGuard. Next, your dishes will be running in this dependable dishwasher. Gibson's portable dishwasher featuring 3 levels of washing action, hygiene cycle, forced air drying, and an energy saver switch from Gibson. And finally, Ed, while you're out, you won't miss any of your favorite programs. Just replay them when you return on this great video recorder and color TV. Selected with a service merchandise gift certificate, famous brand name items select from our 500-page catalog or redeem at one of our showrooms, furnished by Service Merchandise. This While You're Out package is worth in cash and prizes over $3,550.
While You're Out package. Need that robot, huh?
Yeah, my kids are going to love that, I think.
Terrific. Well, avoid the dragon, of course. Get the tick and the tack. You'll get the dough automatically. I think he's found a place to hide. Want some help from the audience?
Yeah, I've got my wife, Pam, out there tonight.
Well, terrific. Point her out to us.
Right out there.
Wave, Pam. There you are. Okay. Where do you want him to go first, Pam?
Where to, Pam? Number 6, she says. Let's put it in 6.
All right, number 6. We'll give it a shot. Here we go. Tick.
Not too bad.
Not too bad at all.
Number 5.
Looks like Pam is sending you to number 5.
Number 5, she
right
says.
next door. 300.
Okay.
All right.
She's run out of ideas, I think. She wants me to go with number 2.
Number 2 it is. All right, let's look up and see. 400. You need 300 or a tap.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm going with number 9.
Number 9. Our fingers are crossed. Let's see. 250. You're real close now. You hold the key with your next selection.
Yeah, that's going to be easy enough.
This is the important one.
She's been good so far. Okay, we're going to go with number 3,
All right,
says.
number 3. Batten down the hatches. You got it! You can get used to this. I bet you can. Want to take a look where that dragon was?
Yeah.
Let's see where it was aiming. All right, number 1. All right, you avoided him. Picked up $1,100 plus a terrific prize package. Your total now is up to $4,950. We're going to come back after this and see who his next challenger is. Hey.
Let's Make a Deal on Game Show Network with the Let's Make a Deal-a-thon, a 5-night party hosted by comedian Jeffrey Ross. We've got classic episodes, outrageous games.
You get a luxury sedan.
Plus a few surprises.
How's school to win? We got Monty Hall.
How's that for a deal? The Let's Make a Deal-a-thon, Monday through Friday, starting at 8 Eastern, only on Game Show Network.
Welcome back. Our current champion, Ed Dart, is our resident semi-pro Santa Claus. You're looking pretty jolly over there, Ed. You ready to meet your next challenger?
I'm ready.
All right, Charlie, bring her out for us, please.
Jim, she's a graduate student and former NCAA All-American. Her interests include sewing and windsurfing. Meet Karen Close.
Karen, good to see you. Tell us about your studies.
In the PhD program in economics at Caltech.
Aha. And you're also an All-American, or were an All-American. What sport?
Track and field. I ran the 400-meter hurdles.
What's it take to be an All-American?
Well, I like to think it takes a little talent. I know it takes a lot of practice. I've been running since I've been about 12.
And you're not even out of breath. You've been running a long time, Karen. Well, look, welcome to the show. Wish you the best of luck against our latest champ, Ed. Take a look at these 9 categories. They are big and little, 3 to win, physics, one-word titles, royalty, take 2, TV stars, trivia dare, and astrology. Ed, you are the champ. Lead us off.
Let's go with astrology.
All right. Here's the question, Ed. Persons born between August 24th and September 22nd under the 6th sign of the zodiac are believed by astrologers to be practical and sensible. This sign of the zodiac is represented by a young woman. Name it.
Virgo.
Virgo is right. Okay, put an X on the board. $200 pot. Time to shuffle them. Over to you, Karen.
I'd like to have physics in the center.
Center box question. Physics is it. Here we go. I'll describe 2 types of rays which lie just off the visible spectrum, and you name them. Number 1, these rays are often called heat rays. Lamps which emit these rays are used by doctors to treat skin diseases. Number 2, these waves are often called black light. The rays of the sun which cause sunburn are of this type. Here's your extra time. Think it over. All right, Karen, I'll describe two types of rays which lie just off the visible spectrum, and you name them. Number one, these rays are often called heat rays. Lamps which emit these rays are used by doctors to treat skin diseases. What are those called?
X-rays?
No, I'm sorry, infrared. And of course, the wave's often called black light, ultraviolet. You knew that one, huh?
Yeah.
All right, let's shuffle with 200 in the pot. Back to you, Ed.
Let's go with royalty.
Royalty? All right, here's the question, Ed. In 1808, Napoleon's army invaded this neighboring European country. Despite fierce resistance from the people, the king, Ferdinand II, was removed from the throne and replaced by Joseph Bonaparte, Napoleon's brother. Name the country Joseph ruled.
Belgium?
No, Spain. And Joseph, I might add, ruled for only 5 years before he was driven from the country. How about that? 200 in the pot, let's shuffle. Back to you, Karen.
We'll try royalty in the center.
Want that center box, don't
Yeah.
you? Okay, I'll describe two very different brothers who were each king of England. You name them. Number one, he was one of the most popular of English kings, and his exploits during the Crusades earned him the nickname the Lion-Hearted. Number two, this hated king succeeded his brother to the throne and was finally forced to sign the Magna Carta, which limited his power. Here's your extra time. Two very different brothers who were each king of England. Karen, number one, he was one of the most popular of English kings, and his exploits during the Crusades earned him the nickname the Lion-Hearted.
Richard?
King Richard. That's right. Number two, now this hated king succeeded his brother to the throne and was finally forced to sign the Magna Carta, which limited his power. Who was it?
The only person I can associate with the Magna Carta is Charlemagne.
No, King John was the answer, Karen, for that. So we still have a $200 pot. It's time for us to come back after these words and continue after this. Don't go away.
The stakes are high, so it pays to go slow. Play your cards right, and you might win the show. On Card Sharks, next on Game Show Network.
Tic-Tac-Toe is a Jack Barry and Dan Enright production.